Here are 5 mangas you need to read in 2025. Revenge Bully tells the story of a student who was a victim of brutal bullying for years. But instead of accepting his fate, he returns with a clear goal. He wants to take vengeance on those who bullied him. This manga is not just a typical revenge story. It raises moral questions, shows the consequences of violence, and forces us to question the boundaries between good and evil. It's about more than just retribution. It's about pain, trauma, and the question of whether revenge truly brings redemption. Revenge Bully captivates with its dark atmosphere, complex characters, and an unpredictable narrative. The artwork enhances the oppressive mood and conveys the emotions of the characters incredibly well. What's particularly impressive is how realistically the manga portrays bullying and its long-term effects. It holds up a mirror to society, showing that anyone can be both a victim and a perpetrator. It's a story that makes you think and stays with you long after you've finished reading. One of the most important aspects of Revenge Bully is its exploration of the cycle of violence. The manga shows that revenge is never a simple solution, and that violence often only leads to more suffering. Imagine being stuck in a dull, frustrating office job that drains all the joy from your life. That's exactly what happens to our protagonist, Akira Tendo. But then, the zombie apocalypse breaks out, and for him, it's not the end, but the beginning of true freedom. Instead of fearing for his life, he sees the apocalypse as an opportunity to finally do what he really wants. So, he writes a bucket list of all the things he wants to experience before he becomes a zombie himself. Sounds simple, but it's absolutely brilliant. What makes Zombie 100 so special is its perfect mix of comedy, action, and pure zest for life. The artwork is dynamic and detailed, the characters are likable, and it reinterprets the zombie genre with a positive, almost philosophical perspective. It's not about horror, it's about life and the freedom to make the most of it. Zombie 100 made me laugh out loud more than once. At the same time, there are serious moments that highlight the importance of true friendship and living in the moment. Beneath all the fun and action lies an important message. Don't let society force you into a life that makes you unhappy. Sometimes it takes a drastic change to truly understand what freedom means. Zombie 100 reminds us that life is far too short to waste on things that don't fulfill us. Blue Box follows Taiki Inamata, a passionate badminton player who secretly has a crush on the talented basketball player Chinatsu Kano. They both attend the same school and train in the gym. While Chinatsu is already considered an exceptional talent, Taiki struggles to become stronger. Due to an unexpected turn of events, the two grow closer. But that's only where the real story begins. It's a heartfelt mix of daily training, small gestures of affection, and the deep desire to surpass oneself. What makes Blue Box so special is its calm yet profound storytelling. The relationship between Taiki and Chinatsu develops naturally and realistically. No overdramatic love triangles, no exaggerated misunderstandings. Instead, it's about quiet glances, small steps forward, and the courage to express one's feelings. The artwork is soft and atmospheric, perfectly complementing the heartfelt story. And the best part, the manga masterfully balances the intensity of sports with the tenderness of romance. The story makes you reminisce about your own experiences of falling in love, the uncertainties, and those beautiful moments that feel so real. It's a manga that doesn't aim to impress with grand gestures, but rather with the beauty of everyday life. Behind the gentle love story lies a powerful message. Progress takes time. Whether in love or in sports, success doesn't come overnight. It requires continuous effort and belief in oneself. Blue Box shows that growth isn't just about getting better, but also about finding the courage to fight for what truly matters. It's about discovering your own path, whether on the court or in life. If you're looking for a story that beautifully and authentically blends romance and sports, then Blue Box is perfect for you. A gentle yet profound story that is guaranteed to touch your heart. Planets is set in the 21st century, in a future where space is accessible not only to governments, but also to private companies. The story follows a crew of people who remove debris from Earth's orbit to prevent collisions. Planets is a story about dreams, longing, and humanity's place in the universe. Each character has their own motivation, their own struggles, and that's exactly what makes the story so special. Makoto Yukimura masterfully combines science fiction with incredible emotional depth. The artwork is detailed and realistic, and the characters feel truly alive. It's not just about grand adventures in space, but also about personal conflicts, the desire to achieve something, loneliness, and the question, where does humanity belong? This manga doesn't just showcase the beauty of space, but also its coldness and the psychological strain that comes with space travel. Planets often made me reflect deeply. There are moments of joy, wonder, but also deep melancholy. It's one of those rare manga that makes you feel like you're floating through space yourself while contemplating your own life. One of the central themes of Planets is humanity's longing for something greater. We strive to push boundaries, to discover new things, whether in space or in our own lives. But in doing so, we often forget what truly matters. Planets reminds us that dreams are wonderful, but they shouldn't isolate us. It's a story about the value of connections, both between people and between humanity and the universe. Goodbye Eri is a one-shot manga by Tatsuki Fujimoto, the creator of Chainsaw Man and Fire Punch. Released in 2022, the manga stands out due to its unconventional storytelling, which heavily relies on cinematic techniques. In Goodbye Eri, we follow Yuta, a boy who films his dying mother with his camera. After she passes away, he leaves behind a film project that is criticized by his classmates. But then, he meets a girl named Eri, who changes his life and his perspective on filmmaking forever. What starts as a simple film project turns into a profound journey about grief, memories, and the power of the stories we tell. Tatsuki Fujimoto is a master at playing with expectations. Goodbye Eri is not just a drama. It's a work that plays with meta-narratives, unreliable storytelling, and emotional impact. The art style is raw, yet precise. What's especially impressive is how Fujimoto uses paneling and perspectives to perfectly create the film within a film effect. The story feels real, almost documentary-like, yet there are these moments that feel surreal and magical. This manga took me on an emotional roller coaster. It's a story about loss, about storytelling, and about how we preserve memories. The core message of Goodbye Eri is complex. It's about how we deal with grief, but also about how we process memories. Fujimoto shows us that we have control over our own stories, that we decide which moments stay and which we reinterpret. It's a work that makes you think, what is the truth, and how much does it really matter when it comes to coping with pain? If you're looking for a manga that not only entertains but also challenges you, then this on-shot is a must-read. It's short but incredibly intense. It leaves you with questions, but also with a feeling of warmth and understanding.